Hi, everyone. It's Susan Winter. Welcome. I am a relationship expert and a best-selling author, and I'm coming to you live again for another pop-up because I'm trying to help all of my wonderful family of supporters and subscribers who are coming here, and they're dealing with the conflicts that are created within a relationship dealing with COVID-19. And I want to just say hi to everyone. I know I haven't been giving you hi. Okay. Hicham, okay. Hitcham, I'm not sure how to say your name. Forgive me for that. Hello. And yes, absolutely, you are first. Fashad, oh God, you guys don't have names like Sam and Dave. Okay, you guys, thank you for, where are you from? Where are you calling me from today, or what's going on here? Los Angeles. Hello, LA. I'm on Pacific time too. Hi, everyone. Um, what about those of you that are partnered? You know what, guys? I don't know. Do we want to shout out first to say hi to everybody before I start talking? I'm going to let it go for a couple seconds. Olga, Olive, Steve, English Rose, you're on. This is fantastic. You were on last time. I remember this. Noor, Sylvia, Olive, Liz, Tonya, Farshad. Okay, oh, from Iran. You were on last time. This is so much fun, you guys. Listen, I'm not alone. I've got a whole family full of people here. This is fantastic. So the reason I don't announce these in advance is because I've got a lot of clients, as you can imagine, and a lot of interviews going on. Hi to Jack, the People's Republic of Berkeley, California. Yes, you all have your own place, don't you? Missouri, hi, how are you doing? Philly, all right. India, fantastic. Hi, Mark. Uh, Gate, how are you doing? Just started seeing someone before this COVID situation went down, and how can I keep up the attraction? Actually did that in another one. So you guys bear with me because I'm always talking about singles. So I've got a video out. We did a live one already on, how am I going to date during this crisis? And then I did another one on I just found somebody. Now, what do I do? This one, I've got to address those of you who might be in partnership, and especially those like my New York City friends that are living in very small, cramped spaces with each other, and there's no escape. So I want to talk about those of you who happen to be in an environment, maybe you're with your family, maybe you're separated from your partner, you're living with people, maybe your romantic partner, but I want to make sure that you know how to best handle this time of sequestering and quarantine if you're in a relationship. So indulge me. I have some information for you. Hi, okay. Hi, Edward. Edward, I've already done that. Take a look at one of the other videos, how you, can you do a reconnecting with the ex during this? I've actually got one coming up next week that I want to do about what does it mean when your ex gets back in touch with you? And yes, contact anyone you want. This is your time period. If it doesn't cause you pain and they weren't harmful to you in the past. So let's address what's going on here. You're anxious, we're uncertain. We live in a time period where we read about this, we hear about it, we're inundated with it, and then that moment comes, someone you know. That makes it very real, very quickly. So in these heightened states of anxiety, we want to try to find an effective way to manage our own cool so that we're good with ourselves and with all the people that we interact with. So for those of you who are in the same environment, it's like what I call the vacation. Have you ever heard of, somebody might have said to you when you start seeing somebody, listen, you want to see if you're really going to get along with this person, go on a vacation, because vacations create stressors. The stressors are you're off your normal routine. Yeah, all the gyms are closed. We're all off our normal routine. You are in a situation where you're not on your own schedule. Everything is being determined by what's happening with those around you in your environment. So I have some little tips here for those of you who want to stay happy and healthy during this time period. Thank you, everyone. Number one, so one of the difficult things will be how to create space and privacy when there is none. One thing that I suggest is get some noise canceling headphones. What if you're in a 500 square foot apartment in Brooklyn? Well, Brooklyn, they'd be bigger. Manhattan, okay? you live on the upper East Side in a little tiny apartment with your partner, with whatever. So you need to create privacy when you can't get away. So get the noise canceling headphones or put on a headset and listen to your music. Create a sense of where you go, and that you, even if you have to go into the bathroom, bring something a little comfortable to sit on other than the toilet, and kind of just get yourself away, because in order to create privacy, that's where we regroup. And when we regroup, we do that because we've had a chance to be self-reflective. You can't be self-reflective if you're constantly having input from somebody else. And remember, we're also getting a vibe on how they feel. Maybe you're with a cranky partner. This is hard to deal with, and there's nowhere for you to go. It's not like there's a plan B. So we want to try to create a sense of space. Hi, Steve. Hi. Okay. Great fan from India. I thank you, thank you, thank you. So you can also, maybe you live in something far beyond a studio and you have a home. I really strongly suggest creating rooms that have certain functions. If you have more than one room, create a designated time schedule to use these rooms. Now, in a crisis, schedules provide a sense of calm because they are structured. We are living in a kind of an unstructured time period. So if you say to your partner, look, babe, I've got to attend to this work. I've got to get online. I've got conference calls. I've got to do this stuff. I need the other room. Can you give me some space between 10 and 12 o'clock? And then when I'm done, you can come back in. So this pre-planning and pre-negotiation will really help you get along with your mate. So noise canceling headsets, or listen to your own music. Try to get into separate spaces if you can. And if you have separate spaces, utilize them for specific purposes and tell your mate in advance, ahead of time, when you need to have your privacy. Okay, this is really going to help you all out. Does anybody have any questions about that? Maybe not. I'll probably read them in a moment. Monterey Bay. All right, let's see. Sasha. Hi, Sasha. Okay, now creating a schedule. I've already talked about that. That's really important for you to be able to keep up with your activity. Now, I know a lot of people are watching Netflix. I don't know what life they live. I've been working from 7 in the morning till 8 at night. This never stops. And more than ever now, people need help, and they're looking for some help with consultation. So I've got to be here. So I wish I could kind of like cut this all out. And there are times that I go off duty and I just turn it off. So if you have a way to create a private space, if you can leave your environment, and if you are by your municipality still able to go out and walk, because some places in the country they're not. I'd heard a story that someplace in Spain that they had shut down going outside, and the only people that could go outside were those that had pets. So people were borrowing other people's pets just to get outside and take a walk. Hi, Daria. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Liverpool. Lainey, hi, how are you? So we're talking about how to survive and not kill your partner when you're being sequestered. Another idea is that in this time period, you need to be even more communicative with your partner. Now is a time to ask them, what do you need from me? How can I help you? We know our partner's defaults. We know where they're going to go. They're either going to be angry and aggressive, or they're going to be moody and needing our attention. But we need to really clarify one more time, what do you think is the best thing I can do to help you out? Everybody is going to be more reactive. You want a peaceful life. It's worth asking your partner. And make sure that you tell your partner what you need from them. Tell them, baby, if I don't have an hour in the morning to just chill and not talk to you, it really, I just need that because we're on top of each other. Can you give me that? I love you. I'm here for you. I'm not trying to separate myself. I just need this little private time. Oh, wait, Megan is writing, I'm absolutely loving the extra time with my children. I haven't grown tired of quarantine yet. So we haven't even spoken about families, but you know, Megan, that having a a structure for playtime as opposed to quiet time is really important. You're probably navigating the whole house. You've got a partner to take care of, you've got your kids. And, we always have to look for the benefit here. There was a lady who wrote in her commentary in one of my other live videos that she was really grateful for time that she had to be with her family. This is a forced time out for a lot of us. So while it's irritating and it's restricting, let's try to find ways to maximize this precious moment where maybe all you ever saw of your partner was 2 hours at night and then you went to bed, and maybe a little bit on the weekend. So now is the time to do some quality work and quality engagement. So again, ask them what they need from you and tell them what you need for them. And also, something I'd really like you to do with your partner in this time of dealing with what is, I'd like you to, in the times that you get together, have moments of dreaming about your future, making future plans that are fun and good for yourselves. Now's the time to plant the seeds, not just maintain the garden that you have, but plant the seeds and dream and envision and be creative. When we can travel again, where would you like to go? What have we not done together? Do we want to learn a foreign language together? Do we want to go ballroom dancing? Do we want to try something? Do we want to get a pair of motorcycles? What do we want to do? So one way out of the current present day misery that's really productive is to dream and plan with your mate and make sure that while you are stuck, you are able to grow forward. And I hope you guys like that idea. So let me read. Have you done a video on X not initiating contact? X comes back. Maybe even into it. Edward, I've done probably 100 videos on breakups. I'd have to look through that. Those of you asking me about exes now, expect to hear from an ex and expect to want to reach out to an ex. We are in a time period where we're seeking connection, and the sense of belonging and sense of community is what we long for when we feel disconnected from our normal life. So everybody is more sensitive and everybody feels a greater sense of need for connection. So that's completely normal. Hey, Brooklyn, I just wanted to say hi. That's Miriam. How are you doing? Oh, you're so sweet. Miriam says, hello from Brooklyn, New York. Your videos have helped me so much. I've learned so much about myself. Thank you. Miriam, thank you, Brooklyn. Oh, my heart is with her. Oh, my God, you guys in New York. Well, I know you're living in more than a studio. And if you have a studio, it's probably 1,500 square feet. Love that Megan is happy with her kids. And Wendy and Kalada from Norway, welcome. I'm Norwegian and English. Have a real fondness of that area. Thank you so much for talking. Okay, let's see. Jack, I know that you're being forced to stay home long enough to finally unpack. Okay. Can you and I get some quiet time together, Craig? I think we're doing pretty well here, don't you? This is a golden era for dogs. Yeah, you heard me say that, right? My little Nika is on a play date now. She's evidently an alpha female, so I guess I'm a good dog mom. I've raised 2 alpha females, sweet, loving, kind, and definitely in control of their environment. Okay. Hey, Day. Hey, Susan, I love your channel. Even though I'm not looking for the relationships now, you've helped me to process past mistakes. How to define if you need relationships. I am 21. I'm not quite sure. I thank you for that. The word mistakes. So here's what I would say. If you don't know, you don't know. It's never a mistake. If I've come to a conclusion that I do a certain thing that creates a certain negative effect and I choose to keep doing it, that's a mistake. But it's not like we knew what we were doing here. We're just thrown into life and somebody goes, oh, here's a manual. Read it or not. It's a little outdated. Oh, and it's cookie cutter. You're going to have to find your own way. So lighten up on yourself. We're all learning here and experimenting. Let's see. Hi from Serbia. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, thank you, Steve. You like the red dress. Thank you very much. Mia Svera, thank you. She says, love you and your wisdom. Praying hands right back to you. Edward, oh, that I answered your question. Yes, of course. Um, Lainey says, Sue, I've just met a new guy 1 week before this quarantine. How do I keep him interested? Did that video. It's in the live videos. Don't be afraid to reach out. This is the perfect time. Hey, how are you doing? I like talking to you. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want to flood them. Get in and get out. Make it delicate. You've got to judge the temperature of the water to see how long you can go swimming. So go ahead and reach out. Be proactive. It's not weak. It's actually very powerful. You have every right to check in if you like somebody and let them know, hey, I like you. This really sucks. I was just getting to know you. Now I can't talk to you, so I wanted to check in. All right. New Zealand. Hi, how are you? I just got done doing a YouTube live with a lady who was from Australia. Okay. Let's see. Edward. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hi, Allie. Lainey. Yes, you're welcome. I hope that answered your question. Andrew. Andrew, what do you have to say? Write it here because I'm reading. Dating during. Okay, here we go. Funky fun. Okay. Hi, Susan. I'm going to say fucking funny. Writes, hi, Susan. I temporarily moved in with my boyfriend of 3 months. During this quarantine, I have been feeling overly emotional due to this crisis. How do I communicate my pain, fears to my partner? Great. I touched on some of that a little bit earlier. You might hear it in the replay. You have to be very concise and explain to your partner that you're anxious. This is what I need from you, if you don't mind. I tend to go here. These are my concerns. I know it's not yours to fix them. They're my concerns. I would just like to share them with you. And if you have a desired way that you'd like him to manage you, please express that. It isn't just enough to say, I've got this need. Oftentimes we need to tell our partner what would really help me is, and give them exact instructions. Okay, I hope that helps you. Temporarily, Sasha writes, temporarily living with my generational family, grandma, sister, her family, etc., because I can't make it home. Yes, a lot of people are in that situation. How should we keep harmony within the family, not trying to overstep boundaries? Okay, this goes back to the very first conversation, and you might not have been in the room yet, but that's where it's important to try to create space. Even though you think everything is going well, if you can exclude yourself and go to a private place in the home or outside, if you can get onto a terrace or take a walk if you're allowed to in your municipality, whatever your ruling is at the time, to give people a sense of themselves. Be aware that everybody is a little more of whatever their thing is, right? So if they're a little anxious, they're more anxious. If they're a little moody, they're more moody. If they're a little aggressive, they're going to be more aggressive. Pick your battles wisely. Not everything is worth a fight. And I think you know your family well enough that you know what the boundaries are, and don't be afraid to tell them what you need from them as well. Very important. You say, look, guys, I've got 1 or 2 things I really need, so I'm going to ask your help so that I can get them. I really need like the house quiet for me to go to bed at 10 o'clock or whatever. I really need 1 hour of private time. Not to exclude you, I adore you, I love you, but this is what I need. So be very, very clear, okay? I hope that helps you. Let's see. Hi from the UK. And let's see. Shall I ask a question? Okay, don't want to talk about this now. I want to talk about all of you. Okay, well, I think this is pretty much it. I try to remember to do partnership, because I realized that a good portion of my client base and this YouTube channel is a lot of people looking for love. But another big portion are those of you who've already found somebody and you're trying to navigate what happens next, or those of you who are in a relationship seeking advice. You know, we've got tons and tons of resources for people looking for love. And then you're kind of left to your own once you've found love. Like, oh, now you guys just do it. Live happily ever after. So I want to thank all of you for joining me on this. This was just a quickie. I wanted to let you know that I'm here for you. If you have specific questions, love to hear them. I'll be answering your questions here. And for those of you who want to, I will be including a hyperlink that I'm going to actually add in separately at a later time. I'll go back, close this out, and add in the hyperlink. But I'm going to do interactive chats like this on Magnifi. And I need everybody's, if you'd like to be invited, I invite small groups and I would need your email address. So I've got a hyperlink if you care to join me. I think that would be fun. I like to actually talk to you personally and have you talk to me. So I'll be sending that your way. So hang in there, everybody. Understand it's not forever. We have to be mindful of everybody else's feelings, and we need to be very clear on what we need from others. I hope this has helped you. For those of you who don't know, I'm Susan Winter, susanwinter.net. If you want to work with me, please go to my website, take a look at the consultation packages and what choice by the minute or by the hour. Obviously, I'm not doing in-persons right now. Thank you for being a great audience. I adore all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.